Hello, Rock the House 1 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh discussion video. Before I begin, I must warn you that this one is going to be more of a rant than anything else, because it's about a topic that's really been getting on my nerves in recent weeks. Or really, recent months. And of course, it's the whole concept of hype in Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, as we all know, Yu-Gi-Oh players love to hype things up, whether it be a card, trolling or otherwise, a deck, or even just a concept that they say will break the meta or something along those lines. It gets hyped, and of course, the player base, being mostly sheep, love to follow along and drive up prices of cards, no matter how relevant or good they actually are. Right now, a lot of people are hyping up the Performer Mage and Performer Power deck, or Enter Mage and Enter Power, or Entertain Mates and Enter Mages, as they're known in the OCG, or Eminem in the OCG and Pepe in the TCG. Honestly, we get it. Pepe or Eminem is a very good deck. I'm not going to deny that. It can come up with boards like Infinity, Rafflesia, and in the OCG, Shockmaster. By the way, that's a card that can never come back, but I'll do a video on that another time. And so on. Oh, and they can also make Naturia beasts, like first turn and whatnot. Will that carry over to the TCG with the card base that we have? Most likely it will. But in saying that, the hype about the deck is getting tiring and, quite honestly, tedious to listen to. It's like, oh my god, Pepe's gonna ruin the meta and none of the other decks can compete, blah blah blah. Don't play Kozmo because Pepe's coming, or even the Magician support is coming, blah blah blah. It's like, we know it's good, but do you seriously need to constantly dick ride it and try to make other decks feel irrelevant, and as such the players who wish to play those decks feel like they have to play Pepe or the Magician support if they want to compete? Here's the thing. Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh is a competitive game, but first and foremost, it is a hobby. People play it for fun. And while winning tournaments is not the only thing that can be considered an accomplishment in this game, of course, if you're a top tier player, winning tournaments is what you strive for, and obviously you should, because the ultimate goal of a game is to win. And Pepe will give you the best chance to do that come Breakers of Shadow. Does that make the hype any less tedious to listen to? No. I mean, I don't want to hear people just ram it down the throats, almost as if it's like religion. Honestly, I know I shouldn't compare the two, but that's what it feels like they're shoving it down the throats and almost making it so that people hate the deck for the purpose of not wanting to hear about it and wanting to avoid it at all costs because of how much it's been talked about and, quite frankly, overhyped. Is it worth the hype? Definitely. I'm not saying that it being overhyped means that it's bad. Obviously, it's a very good deck. Consistent as all heck. And as I said earlier, it can come up with some crazy boards. Even in the TCG, seeing as we are getting Rafflesia and Cyber Dragon Infinity in Breakers of Shadow, which is the deck that Pepe will really become full force in. So I don't blame people for talking about it. I'm just personally really tired of hearing about it. And even the sheep who just go blah blah blah. They say it's good, so I must agree with them. Otherwise I'm a casual who shouldn't be in the game, blah blah blah. Again, the whole casual concept is something I'll talk about in another video. But let me just say this. Casuals are just as important to the game as competitive people. And if people got that through their heads, maybe then they would understand just how business is meant to work, which is what Konami are doing. They know that people will hype cards up. They know that people will hype decks up based off the card pool that they are given and the interactions between certain cards. So yeah, I know I'm pretty much going on a tangent, but as I said before, this was a rant. Which brings me to to a card I wanted to talk about as well. Aridan the Observer. For those who don't know, its pendulum effect is you do not have to pay life points or discard cards to activate counter traps. And, well, that's irrelevant. The actual effect that is relevant is the monster effect. When this card is destroyed, you can search a counter trap from your deck by revealing 3 to your opponent and having them randomly choose one. By the way, that's destroyed by any means, and it doesn't care where it goes after it is destroyed. Heck, it triggers off bottomless. The card should never have been created, first of all. And it is being dick-rolled and hyped, all because of the interactions that it has with cards like Wavering Eyes, Luster Pendulum, and the Pepe deck in general, who can do those boards with Infinity, Rafflesia, and so on, and have 3 counter traps set. Basically saying, nope, you cannot play Yu-Gi-Oh! To the opponent, should they commit the crime of going second. It's beyond a joke, to be totally honest with you. I won't be playing Pepe, not because I don't believe it's a good deck, just because, and it's got nothing to do with my hatred of the hype for it. It's just that Mermails, and especially Neptibus, have always interested me. And as well, Rafflesia helps the Plant Trap deck that I've been working on and off for the past year. So basically those, along with Gem Knight Medolce and maybe Kozmos, are the 4 decks I'll probably be playing when Breakers of Shadows comes out. I might muck around with Pendulum Magicians a little bit, but anyway, basically, if you don't get the point, the Pepe hype, although deserved, is getting really tiring. Card prices are going to be driven up. That's just how it goes, supply and demand, and cards are worth what people are willing to pay for them. I get that. I understand that fully. It's just that, do you need to repeatedly tell us just how good Pepe is? We've seen it, what it does in the OCG. And we know that it's going to translate to the TCG. So just shut up and let it arrive. Thank you. And bye-bye for now.